welcome back to my channel. I have some new makeup and I really just want to play with it and see if I can come up with an exciting new fun look for you guys, specifically for New Year's Eve. So I recently got the Carli Bybel by Anastasia palette, and it is so pretty, so I really want to play with this. I also got this awesome Physicians Formula. Hold on, I'm trying to put the little top back on. This exciting bundle here. I got it from the Physicians Formula website. It was 50% off, and it comes with almost their entire collection. You have a bunch of eyeshadows, you got some blushes, their lipsticks here. They've got their highlighters here, all their highlighters, and all of their bronzers. So I really wanted to just play around with some of this, the eyeshadows and stuff, and just see if I can come up with a fun look for you. So I have got nothing on my face except for some moisturizer and my brows. So let's just go ahead and start. As per usual, use my concealer as my eyelid primer. And so I'm gonna just put a little bit of concealer on my eyelids. And I'm sticking to my CoverGirl concealer because honestly, it is just my tried and true at this point. It really just goes the distance for me. It has good coverage. Right now I'm just using a light coverage, but for underneath my eyes, it's got good coverage. I can layer it up to cover all my darkness on my under eyes, and it just, you know, it just works really well for me. This is what the shadows look like. Look at how gorgeous those are. Specifically, this shade right here, OA, I really like that shade. Let me do a little swatch for you. I think that's the one. Oh my god, it's so pretty. It's so like glittery. So that's the shade. Let me swatch it for you here. It's very glittery. It's like a gunmetal kind of a gray tone. And it's got little micro glitters in different colors. Look how beautiful that is. I think that would be so gorgeous. So I'm gonna go in with that shade first. And I want this to be just kind of like a soft transition, because I do have in mind that I want to try out the really fun gunmetal shades. And so I don't want my eyes to get too dark too quickly. And so I'm going to start off obviously first with the lighter tone. So my camera was having a malfunction there. So anyways, moving along, I'm just going to continue using that same chai shade. I switched to a Morphe brush just because I think this one is a little bit fluffier. And so again, the goal is to basically get the lighter shades up towards the top and then transition down to the darker tones. And so I'm just going to build up this chai shade in my crease. I want to deepen up the crease a little bit. So I'm going to go just here, starting at the lash line in the outer V. And I want to keep the shade low. I said that funny, but I want to keep the shade low. I don't want to take it up too far because it's easy to add a lot of color, but it's much more difficult to remove color. And so I don't want to go too much too soon and then end up having a hot mess and look like a raccoon. So I'm going to keep it there for right now, and I'm going to use a flat brush, and I want to see how this shade OA, how it packs on using a brush. Not my favorite. So I'm just going to use my finger. There we go. Do you guys see the difference? Now I'm going to use this really flat brush here, and I'm going to pick up some of that shade on the brush just so I can get a little bit closer to the inner corner and kind of round it out a little bit up here. And don't worry about all the fallout and stuff. We will obviously clean that up. Now I'm going to use the other end of the brush that it comes with, and I'm going to pick up the darker brown shade over here. And just try and, you know, darken up the outer edge here a little bit. All right, I'm going to get a makeup wipe. I'm going to stop here for now as far as with the eyes. I'm going to get a makeup wipe, clean my hands first of all because I got shadow all over them, and clean up the edges a little bit, and continue on with the rest of the face. Now, I don't know that you guys can tell so much, but I have a ton of glitter on my face, and also there's a lot of shadow that I picked up from underneath my eyes. And if you would have left that shadow on there and then just try to put your makeup on top, it would end up making your concealer look really dark, obviously, because you have that dark base underneath. Anyway, so I was saying that I'm kind of conflicted with which foundation to use. I kind of want to use my Tarte Clay Stick foundation. I haven't used these in a while, and I do really like them, but I also kind of want to go in with my Physicians Formula Healthy Skin. So I'm thinking I may do a little mix. I don't know how it's going to look. This is not a mix I've ever done before, but you know, let's roll with it. So I'm going to do mostly the Physicians Formula in the center of my face because I feel that it might be the most hydrating. And I'm going to do the stick in the perimeters of my face. We're going to go in with the Tan Deep Honey shade, just a little bit, and put a little bit in the perimeter of the face, a little hair down the nose, just a little bit in some parts of the face so that we get a little bit more color back into the skin. I don't know that did a whole lot, but I don't know, I feel a little bit better about it. I'm gonna go in with, again, my CoverGirl True Blend Concealer, my tried and true, and conceal under my eyes, and hopefully that will start helping for the rest of this little look to start coming together and not look so greasy. I'm gonna go ahead and set, I've got my Born This Way powder. This is not my favorite, but I don't feel like grabbing my Fenty, which is actually my favorite, and because I'm not going anywhere today, I'm just gonna use what I've got in front of me. However, in my opinion, use a powder and use products that you are familiar with and that you have tried and that you love, especially if you are going out, you know, and you're gonna be out for hours at a time, you know, like a New Year's Eve event. So I would recommend using things that you already know that you love. So I have used the Born This Way powder. I believe it's what I used for the day of my wedding. So I know that it's good and it works well. However, in comparison to the Fenty one and in comparison to the Hourglass Veil powder, the Fenty and the Hourglass are superior in my opinion in comparison to the Born This Way. But it is a really lovely powder. It's just not a favorite. So I'm just tapping out any little creases. And then I'm going to go in with this tapered brush from e.l.f. and dip into the powder and then tap off almost all of it. And just tap it underneath the eyes. Now, you know, if you've been watching any of my videos, you know that I basically like to finish up my under eyes after I have finished the rest of the complexion. So I'm going in with this bad boy. Oh, how amazing is this thing? Look at this. It like, hold on. It's got another little layer here. There we go. And then that's not all. Oh crap, I just stuck my nail on that one. Look at that. How amazing is that? And then down here in the middle, I can't get it because of my nail, but it's got a mirror. Let me see, maybe if I flip it upside down. There we go. It's got a mirror. Pretty awesome. So I'm gonna use the bronzers in here. I'm dealing with limited space here, so I am shuffling around to get my brushes. Okay, I think I'm going to go in with this fluffy Eco Tools brush. This is called the Multitasking Powder Brush. And I left the little plastic thingies on here so that the little powder doesn't get everywhere. And so I'm going to go in with just some of the bronzers from here. I'm mixing like 3 of them, to be honest. Just, I don't know. We're gonna stop touching the bronzer. Now, I like to highlight before I do blush because it starts to look a little bit more natural. So let's see what highlighters. Oh yeah, we're just gonna go with a tried and true here. And I have my Precious Petals from Wet n Wild, and this was a limited edition, so I'm really sorry. You may be able to still find it on the Wet n Wild website though, but this one is the Don't Flutter Yourself. It says Baked Blush, but it's obviously a highlighter shade, as you can see. And I like to mix both of these. I can't find my highlighter brush, so I'm going to mix both of them. And then, I guess I'm just gonna look at my little viewfinder here. Actually, no, I'm gonna make a mess. Let's get my mirror. Oh, I love this. Now for blush, I think, let me look at the blush selection. Okay, so these are our blush selections. And I think for this look, I think I'm gonna get a little bit of, let's see, this one. And maybe mix it with like a hair of the pink, like a hair. You know what I mean? By a hair. I'm gonna use this like angled brush from IT Cosmetics. Tap a little bit, tap off the excess, and then I'm just gonna hold it from back here so I don't put a ton of pressure. I'm just gonna sweep it across the apples of the cheeks because I'm afraid that it might be a little bit too intense. No, it's okay. So tap, tap. And then you see when you put on your blush and you, blend your blush in, it blends out your highlight as well. So it looks a little bit more a little more natural. A little bit on the little nose there, so you kind of have that little bit like winter nose. I don't know. I think that looks really cute. Now I think I'm going to do what I would normally do and just do a warm brown in the under eye using that first transition shade that we used called Chai. I have to put on a little bit of an inner corner situation. I think I'm going to first go in with that really pale cream shade down here called Bear. And then I'm going to go over top with a little bit of the Mousse shade. Actually, no. I'm going to go with Bali down here. That Bear shade is so stinking pigmented. And now for that extra little pizzazz, because it is New Year's, I'm going to go in with that Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit in the shade Bon Appetit. And it is a cream eyeshadow. And I'm going to try and just focus this. Actually, I don't know. I think I'm just going to just slap it everywhere. Ooh, maybe right here in the center first. That's cool. And then just tap over it. And then do it on the other. So I have the Heavy Metal Glitter Liner in the shade Distortion. Nice. So it's in this shade Distortion, and so I'm just gonna pop a little bit of this on, I don't know. Ooh, hold on, knocking things over here. I think I'm just gonna put it in the inner corner maybe. Now I am going to darken up my lash line a little bit underneath. I'm going to use one of the matte browns. Let me show you. from here, I'm going to use this guy right here. I'm going to mix it with a little bit of this one as well. Now, I personally do prefer a very smoky lower lash line, meaning like I drag it down a little bit further no matter what shade I'm doing. I just think it kind of intensifies the look, and also it covers up all your under eye wrinkles. So bring it as low as you want, girl. Bring it down to your ankles. Now I am going to add some black liner. I have my LA Girl Very Black Gel Eyeliner. Let's see if it'll focus. It's not, but whatever. So I'm going to add a little bit of this. Okay, so I found my mascara. I'm going to use my Lash Princess from Essence, and I'll be right back. So we're back, and this is the look so far with just mascara. Now, let's pretend that this eye doesn't exist. There's something going on with these lashes over here. I don't know what happened, but I'm missing like a chunk of lashes right here. I don't know if you guys can tell. There's like a chunk of lashes missing there. I don't curl my lashes. I don't do anything crazy, so I'm not sure why my lashes fell out, but they did. And so let's pretend that that lash looks normal. Anyways, now time for lips. Now I have no idea what kind of lip situation I'm trying to do, but I did buy some new lipsticks, and I don't know if it would go with this. So let me look at it really quick. Do this lip liner from ColourPop called BFF2. This is the shade right here. Just a typical nude. Now, I have a lippy stick in the shade Topanga, because, you know, Topanga is the best. You know, Boy Meets World. Ooh, but I don't know. I'll try it on. But it's a little bit more pinky corally than I'm looking for. So since the Topanga shade is a little bit more orangey than I'm looking for, and I want it to be a little bit more deep, I filled in my lips a little bit more with the lip liner. I'm not mad at this so far. Ooh, actually, I'm kind of living for it. And I like this. What do you guys think? Super glittery. Let me get up closer. Oh, that's the bad eye. Let's look at this one. What do you guys think? I don't know. I think it's pretty. It's different. Glittery. It's still very wearable in my opinion. It's still in like the nude but smoky kind of a look. So I really like this. Now, I wanted to try something a little bit different. But let's wait. I'm gonna come right back, and then I'm gonna show you. Okay, so what do you think? I've had this wig for a few months, and I have been dying to wear it. Now, I don't know that I'm ever gonna wear it out. And the bangs need to get trimmed because they're too much. Because they're a little too long for me. But I'm not a hairdresser, so I'm not gonna cut the bangs. But for a fun night out, I don't know. If this was your thing, then girl, this is my thing. I would love to have this beautiful short pink hair. And I would love to have the balls to actually wear it out. But what do you guys think? Is it cute? I think if the bangs were trimmed a little bit more, then it would be really cute. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching my channel and supporting me. I hope that you really liked this kind of more natural glam, and not so much natural, but, you know, a little bit more stepped up glam, but very, very wearable smoky eye look. Hopefully you guys can recreate it with some of the shades and products that you already own. If you do recreate this look, please feel free to tag me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is at AlexLovesBeauty. And yeah, so I hope you guys liked this. If you like me, if you like this, please give this video a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and comment down below. Let me know what you like, what you don't like. And yeah, I just want to chat with you guys. So please, if you like this, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks, guys. I hope you're having a wonderful time or day wherever you are.